1, 2, 3, 4. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
Hey, it's Mike and John. Got it going on. The power's back on. The ice is all melted. Everything. Well, all right. So the power's back on at my place. And some folks are still.
That's all that matters. That you have power.
It kind of does.
Well, it also matters that we.
My lantern batteries were getting dim.
Many people do not have power.
That's right. We are back and brought to you by Jordan Genso, official Gigo Realtor. Lots to come today. We'll get to the great Bonnie Runyan and Tupperware, the Rolling Beatles. The answer to last night's trivia question, a chat with Rhonda at the Torch 180. But first, a look at what's happening in local news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's happening. About 15,000 DTE customers remain without power in Livingston County following an ice storm that swept across the region late Wednesday and early Thursday. That's down from more than 20,000 last night. The outages, mostly concentrated in the Brighton area, are among more than 503,000 powerless DTE customers across southeast Michigan. DTE estimates 95% of customers will be restored by the end of the day, Sunday.
Ouch.
That's literal cold comfort to residents who are left without heat in the frigid temperatures. National Weather Service says temperatures are expected to struggle to hit 30 degrees today. Meanwhile, DTE is proposing a nearly 14% residential rate increase. It's among the biggest proposed by a Michigan utility in the past several years. We have more details on that on our website, mikeandjohnpodcast.com.
That's DTE?
Yeah.
Is increasing?
Yeah, about 14%. It's one of the biggest steps because everyone's thrilled with their service. And by the way, their outage map is a cluster. You figure it out. Mm-hmm. They've updated the outage map so that the previous outage map, you could get a much better idea of the outages region-wide because it would give you a visual cue of like this area's out, this area's out. Now their new map, it's much more difficult to determine how much power is out across the region. So I'm sure that was
14% more to make that
map. Right.
So therefore it costs you more.
Yeah, there you go.
With less power.
All right. Less power. All right. Members of the Livingston County Democratic Party met with Eugene Bondarenko. He's a professor of Ukrainian and Russian language at the University of Michigan to discuss the one-year anniversary of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. That's today. They met last night via Zoom. Bondarenko, who specializes in modern Ukrainian policy and language politics, explained that between a damaged industrial base and scattered civilian population, Ukraine has suffered greatly over the past year and is fighting a war of attrition. Around the city of Bakhmut, for example, he said the British government estimates every 100 yards of Russian progress costs about 2,000 Russian lives. Considering the Russian government had expected to take the capital of Kyiv within 3 days, he says this is an unanticipated level of loss. Despite that, Bondarenko says he does not see Vladimir Putin or the Russian government stepping away from Ukraine anytime soon. For those who are looking to help the people of Ukraine, Bondarenko recommended humanitarian agencies such as Razom, United Help Ukraine, and Come Back Alive. You'll find links to those and further details, again, on our website, mikeandjohnpodcast.com. And a recent community resource gathering has been deemed a success by local officials. The Livingston County Homeless Continuum of Care hosted the Community Connect 2003, February 4th at the 242 Community Church. The community-wide outreach event provided essential services and information to 717 guests from 342 households. About 412 of those guests attended for the first time. 83 vendors were on hand to provide information, services like haircuts and eye exams, and essentials like diapers, winter gear, laundry detergent, and food. 280 volunteers devoted over 900 hours to ensure the event was organized and ran smoothly. Liz Welch, Community Investments Director at Livingston County United Way, served as a co-chair for the event. She said she was overwhelmed by the community's response and thankful for all those involved. And that's what's going on.
And news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. We have a commitment to customer service, community involvement, honesty, professionalism, and exquisite merchandise. Don't forget they're having their estate buyback event going on next week. That starts on the 28th and goes through the 2nd of March. Mark and Barb Binkley, priding themselves on offering something special for everyone and recognize that customer service is the sole purpose of their business, and they offer a unique mix of exceptional quality jewelry and value in a warm and engaging environment. Plus, they have chocolate.
What?
Yeah, they have chocolate. I'm talking to Godiva here. Stop by and see them today. Custom designs available in that jewelry estate event going on the 28th through March 2nd. Stop by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton or online, cooperandbinkleyjewelers.com. So we have another conundrum.
Wow, another one?
Another conundrum.
We're collecting conundrums around here.
We've got to get out the clutter of conundrum.
See our conundrum collection? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, what's our conundrum?
So in trivia last night, which was brought to you by our OG sponsor, Firehouse Doors, and they also put up a $25 gift card from Shell Gas. So you could use it to buy gas, coffee, food, whatever you want
right.
at a Shell station.
All right, what's the conundrum?
The conundrum is...
That seems like an opportunity to me.
A conundrum?
No, the fact that they were putting up a $25
Yes, it does.
card.
And you know, so many people answered, which is great.
Right. Did we get any right answers?
That's where the conundrum comes in. So let's look at some of the answers, and then I'll tell you the conundrum.
Okay.
Some of the great answers
All right.
to the question, which read, recent data shows this is the most stolen item in the United States.
Lots of things that could be stolen.
Meat and cheese, a popular guess. Not together, but meat. And remember, people, the price of meat.
Right.
Especially when Super Bowl time comes around, you want to get your chicken wings. Cheese, lighters, TP, which some people have stolen.
I mean, a couple of years ago, TP.
Yeah, everybody's
top of the
taking
list,
TP. Cash, which people steal money, but it's a lot tougher to steal money these days because nobody carries it around with them. Grapes from the grocery store, an easy steal. Just sampling the product.
To me, if you sample one grape,
you better take that bond.
You get one.
Oh, it's like a freebie.
I mean, to me, that's okay. I'm testing a grape. I don't really do it myself, but if somebody else did it,
That's Bob. He's a grape tester.
That's fine. Now, if you're sitting there, I'm going to test all of these.
Nope, they weren't any good.
Nope. Thanks.
So grapes was a pretty popular guess.
Right.
Lighters was another one.
People stealing lighters.
Yeah.
All right. What are you lighting?
So here's the
incense. Right.
Yes. Here's the thing. From now on, one answer. And one answer only.
Oh, is that the conundrum?
That's the conundrum.
So
because you can't say, well, I think it's this and this, or this/this.
Right.
This and that. We need to be more exact.
So I'm guessing that somebody did correctly guess the answer, but they did it in a combination answer.
For example, and this is not the right answer, but say this was the right answer. Somebody said expensive perfume/cologne. Perfume and cologne, kind of the same thing.
Those,
correct?
to me, that would be okay.
That makes sense,
Yeah.
right? Expensive doesn't really matter. Perfume and cologne, same kind of thing. It's a scent.
However,
some people are putting too much of that on.
Okay.
By the way.
Now our answer. One person did correctly say what it is,
and we're going to give this to Beth, who snuck in under the regulation guideline.
Right. And
this is like that catch by Calvin Johnson that was rolled not a
right.
catch.
And don't forget, Beth is our camera woman.
That's right.
Who's never showed up.
We can't show favoritism to the camera woman, can we? All right.
But Beth did provide the correct answer, which was Wi-Fi.
Right. Stealing Wi-Fi is one thing.
Right.
But she put Wi-Fi / streaming service.
Now, we had a big meeting this morning,
Yes,
but prior to the podcast, we had the lawyers on the line.
Yeah, we did, and we said, is that
the same?
Here's what the lawyers
correct?
determined. They said, well, a streaming service technically is different from Wi-Fi.
You get it through Wi-Fi.
Right.
But in and of itself,
you can't steal the streaming service without stealing the Wi-Fi.
It is different than Wi-Fi.
It's different than perfume and cologne.
All right.
So, we're going to give it to Beth today.
All right.
Because she got Wi-Fi. But no more double guesses.
No. You've got it. It's a single answer only.
And your first guess is your first guess. So don't give me 7 guesses with one.
Yeah, right. Don't.
Because after your first guess, you're done.
So
wow, that's a lot of regulations.
Single answers only.
So congratulations to Beth.
All right. So Beth Garlock correctly guessing Wi-Fi, the most stolen item. Is that that's the most stolen item in America?
In the U.S. Yeah. Recent times. So people stealing Wi-Fi.
Right.
Yeah. Wi-Fi hackers.
I mean, I don't. I've never really stolen it. I mean, I've.
Borrowed it.
Well, I guess is it stealing if you're in a public place, for instance?
Well, no, they usually offer it to you.
Right. Like when we were at Disney, of course, you had the Disney, Wi-Fi network or whatever, which, of course, they're sucking all the
Keyword,
stuff
magical.
out of your phone. They're like, oh, yeah. It's like, you already got my credit card number. You don't need anything else.
You paid for that anyway.
But I will say this. There have been times when I've been in a public place and maybe my network wasn't working very well. And then I went into the, for like my cell phone network wasn't working well. So then I would go and look, and I'd see, someone had a Wi-Fi that was open. In other words, it didn't require a password.
And you went and sat next
and you're like, well, if
Wi-Fi.
you're sitting, you're like, okay,
I can't work with you anymore.
It's open. You're not going to put a password on it. It's like put a ring on it from Beyonce.
Yeah, sure.
Put a password on it. That's going to be my single.
Okay.
I'll be at the Super Bowl next year dancing.
Well, you and Rihanna can do a duet.
Oh, yeah, God, yeah. Anyway, congratulations to Beth.
All right. Yep. Beth, our winner this morning. And of course, Firehouse Doors, our OG sponsor, bringing you trivia on a daily basis, Monday through, Sunday night through Thursday nights. And we will, next week, we may sneak in another giveaway from Firehouse Doors.
You think?
Time will tell.
Okay.
Firehouse
next
Doors.
Week.
Celebrating their 25th year in Livingston County. Family-owned business, striving to treat each customer like family. Firehouse Doors, veteran-owned business. Mike Witt, of course, a proud U.S. Air Force veteran. That was kind of a half-a salute there. That was
we already went through
Give
this.
it a little bit more. For the past 22 years, Firehouse Doors has been Livingston County's only authorized.
And we were just talking Hogan's Heroes.
See, you kind of
gave
it
a Hogan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I give it.
The county's only authorized distributor of CHI overhead doors. Call Firehouse Doors today, 810-599-7480. Back in 1965, on this very day, the first Tupperware party was held.
Really?
Yes, it was. And I thought Bonnie Runyan probably has used Tupperware.
That's fair.
It's, but
fair
Tupperware
guess.
parties.
Who hasn't used Tupperware?
Well, I think we all have, and sometimes you may not even know that it is. It may be an off-brand.
Good morning.
Well, good morning. So what are we talking about, an off-brand this morning?
Well, we're talking about, in 1965, Bonnie, on this day, the first Tupperware party was held.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to
a Tupperware
party?
I would say once or twice since I'm 80 years old.
Back in the swinging 60s?
Yeah, it's like, hey, having a little Tupperware party and some wine.
You've probably heard this story before from me, but it's worth repeating. Back in the day, they had all sorts of parties.
Right.
Jewelry parties, Tupperware parties, all sorts of parties. And I would go and I would listen to these ladies, and they would talk about they never had steak. And I kept my mouth shut, believe it or not.
They never had steak?
Well, they couldn't afford steak. They didn't have steak.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's why they were selling Tupperware.
Right. Okay. But in my case, we bought beef by the head.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
And we always went through the hamburger long before the steak. So while they're sitting there saying they ain't got no steak, I'm thinking, I've only got 4 more packages of hamburger. And I've got a whole freezer full of steak.
So did you sell them some steak on the side, or?
Oh, no.
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 Get your own steak.
Yeah.
All right. So how does this relate to Tupperware?
Well, we're talking about the parties.
I see. Oh, it was a
Station going on at the parties.
Yeah. So what type of, it brought to mind when I saw these different types of parties, whether it was, what's the cooking one with the
Pampered Chef.
Pampered Chef.
Yeah.
And as you said, like the jewelry, there's been different kind of jewelry things. And then there's the other kind of parties that ladies have trying to sell stuff that's more of a romantic evening
Right.
kind of thing.
Romance.
Well,
So
with a side of kink.
There's there's parties for different things, is what you're getting at.
So what other types besides the Tupperware or Pampered Chef have you been to?
Now you're asking an 81-year-old woman
Yeah.
to have memory back that far. Now I can give you lots of memories.
Yeah.
I have lots of memories, thank you, Jesus. But Tupperware parties or clothing parties or whatever, yeah.
Now we understand. Now the thing about Tupperware is we call a lot of things Tupperware that aren't. Tupperware is a brand name. We call a lot of things Tupperware. Oh, get the Tupperware, and it's like it's not really Tupperware. It's maybe it's
But it's just as good.
Maybe it's Tupperware, the cheap
know.
version.
No, there's like all the different brands or whatever.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's like Band-Aid. Band-Aid is a brand name, and yet we call a lot of things Band-Aids that aren't really quote unquote Band-Aids.
That's right.
It's a bandage.
Yep.
And it a bandage adhesive bandage, John.
Yeah.
That's what they technically are.
Once I actually did a story about a jet ski accident, and I got contacted by the Jet Ski Corporation, and they were very much like, "Excuse me,
that was not
a jet ski."
Nope.
Yeah, they're like, "Nope, sorry, you are using a brand name."
That's right.
And I'm like, "Yeah, but," and I'm like, "Well, but it's," and I was like, dude, that horse left the barn a long time ago. And I'm like, really? You're gonna okay. So it's interesting how brand names get this wider usage, and then
But Tupperware had a certain quality to it, don't you think? I mean, you could make it burp, and
Well, you had to burp it,
if you put it in the dishwasher, sometimes it gets a little warped, but you were still able to kind of stretch that lid back on, even if it looked a little warped like bad vinyl.
Now you're going to make me go home and check out my Tupperware.
yeah. Well, that's why that's Tupperware's top shelf only in the dishwasher. You don't put it down below, then it's how it gets warped.
Well, I forgot you were the authority on that.
Do people use dishwashers?
Yeah.
Some of us do.
Yeah.
Well, you have to cook to do that. So, anyways, okay.
And then you get the free Tupperware from like Meijer with your lunch meat.
See, now that's not Tupperware. That's like Gladware.
But is it not?
It's no.
I mean,
it's
it is Gladware. You're right, but
it's a different thing.
It's the same concept.
Yeah, you're locking in the freshness.
Right. With that.
Oop, that's a Tupperware. Hold the phone
all right,
there.
we're gonna hear
Get
from
the
a lawyer
lawyers
now. Get the lawyers back on the line.
So here's the question, Bonnie. You've been around the block a few times, and only you would probably know this. If you were to put spaghetti with spaghetti sauce inside your Tupperware container, more than likely there's going to be that reddish stain. What's best for stain removal in your Tupperware?
That powder, that cleaning powder that you use in your sink.
Oh, Comet?
Yeah.
Comet.
Really? Okay.
That's a scouring.
Scouring
powder.
Hey, if it works.
Boy, Mr. Literal over here today.
Here, have a facial tissue.
Yeah, so you can't call it Kleenex.
So Comet works on that, eh?
Yes.
Comet and a little elbow grease.
Elbow grease.
Gotcha.
Well, see, as opposed to our house where we say the ones that already have the red stain, it's like, these are for red items only. It's already got the stain.
Do they got a red? You got a red section in the cupboard?
Yeah, it's like these are for anything that's got like spaghetti sauce or whatever. That goes in here. Don't use one of the clear ones.
What about the guacamole?
Now we got another red one.
guacamole?
Yeah, that's the green section.
All right, guys. This whole farm woman, if you washed it with soap and water and you know it's clean, it really don't matter.
No,
That's
doesn't.
true.
It doesn't.
That's true.
This is the color's a mental thing.
It is. That is exactly right.
Yeah. All right, I think we've solved the world's Tupperware problem now.
Yeah.
Thanks to you, Bonnie Runyan. We appreciate it.
Hey, wait a minute. You ain't off the hook yet, guys.
Oh.
I became great-grandmother to twins Wednesday.
Oh,
Well,
congratulations.
on yesterday? No, this past Wednesday.
Yeah. So 2 days ago. So great.
So cool because their birthday is going to be 2/2/2/3.
Wow.
2/2/2/3. And
Yeah.
what are the twins' names?
Oh Lord, Wyatt and Waylon.
Wyatt and Waylon. Yeah, that's what you suggested. That's what they were thinking, but it's official now. Wyatt and Waylon.
Waylon James and Wyatt Robert.
All right, which one? Just you have to predict this now. So years down the road, we can say, "Yep, Bonnie was right." Which one is going to be the wilder one?
Yeah,
Wyatt
yeah.
or Waylon?
You know, they're Runyans. They're going to give it a run for their.
All right. Too close to
The
call.
Runyan twins.
Yeah, they're Runyans, baby.
All right.
So right now, somewhere in the educational system, there's a young teacher who will one day be an assistant principal at a middle school
And
who will have to deal with the wild Runyan twins.
yeah. Probably throwing pencils
Well-
up into the ceiling and
Now, you know, great grandma has already told them, spare the rod, spoil the child.
Right.
all right.
So, all right, they'll be good kids. You're a good kid.
You know what? They're going to be good kids. 'cause
Of course
they're
they
going to
are.
be taught how to work.
Well,
And
they've got Bonnie Runyan for a great grandma. How could
that's
they
right.
not?
What's the youngest age a Runyan has milked a cow?
Is this a trivia?
I'm just asking because that's
Yeah. When do you generally get them out to milk
Yeah.
the cows?
okay,
Is that like a coming of age thing? It's like, well, you're 7 now.
my boyfriend, milked cows when he was 13 years
Okay.
old.
All right.
Now, I can tell you, growing up on the farm, my parents went to Florida to see if they could save a marriage when I was 13, and I stayed home and milked the cows alone.
And how old were you?
13.
13.
You were 13. Okay.
Yeah, but because back then, I grew up milking cows.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
I remember one time going out the front door to play hide and seek with my daddy, because him and I were milking cows. And when I tried to sneak in through the barnyard, come in the back door, a cow with horns pinned me between two silos.
Wow.
Wow.
And very blessed I was skinny enough to fit between them two horns.
Did you just slide out from underneath and?
No, I screamed bloody murder, and my daddy come out and saved me.
Ah.
And then he grounded you,
And
didn't
it was steak for dinner that night. That's why I had all that steak in the freezer. All right. Well, again, congratulations, Bonnie.
Yes.
Great grandma Bonnie. Very exciting.
I am excited, yes.
All right.
I'm blessed.
All right. Well, we're blessed to have you on every week, and we look forward to talking to you again next week.
Thank you, young man.
All
I
right.
appreciate you.
All
All
right.
right. Take care.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Yep.
All right, and of course, we're brought to you by Jordan Genso with Remax Platinum, the official Gigo Realtor, a community servant and community realtor with over 15 years in the real estate industry. And as a part of the Genso team, that's the G team, if you will.
Is it the G team?
I just made it that, John.
Oh.
Jordan can use his local knowledge and experience to provide you with the expertise you need when buying or selling your home. And today, our Jorbit reads like this.
Well, today's Jorbit has another mention of Jared, his brother.
This will be a Jerbit.
It's a George Airbit.
Jerbit.
George Airbit.
Jerbit.
Not Jar Jar Binks,
Hey,
but
pass
George
me
Airbit.
along a Jerbit, will you? Little cheese on that.
Can I have the teriyaki ones? Thanks. Jordan and his brother Jared took their talents for real estate photography and created virtual tours for the family business and started the Genso Tours Company in 2007. Well, these entrepreneurs.
You know what? I think what they probably did is had a hard hat with a GoPro on it and walk through.
You think so?
Or they
Yeah,
were really
or-
good with a drone.
Yeah.
What year?
2007.
That would have been new to drones.
Yeah, I don't know.
Drones were
Yeah.
pretty new then. All right, so Jordan
Well,
Jared.
but you stopped midway through the George Air bit, and you didn't hear. So it was a short-lived venture due to the market conditions. The whole market crashing and that whole thing. But together, they took over 60,000 professional real estate photos and created a couple hundred virtual tours of homes and properties during their 2 years in operation. So some valuable experience learned. And pictures, having bought and sold homes, and
That was one of my ideas.
pictures are when you're buying a home. I mean, you look at sometimes you look at the pictures and you're like,
Hey.
who took these pictures? Like, what were they using, a speak and spell? What the hell is this?
Speak and spell.
Or whatever.
Pictures? I don't think so.
So where it's like the pictures are like bad
I
lighting.
think you should
and-
probably stop while you're ahead. Right?
No. I have to get ahead first, so I'll just stop.
Maybe that little venture you're on should just end in your head.
Okay, I'll just stop right now.
If you need a realtor with experience serving in Livingston County and the Livingston County community, give Jordan a call today, 248-444-9777. Or you can find him on Facebook.
I was crossing off that George Air
You
bit.
see? And Jordan Genso, community servant, community.
We only have one more George Air bit.
Hopefully we'll
So
have some
we're
new
set
ones.
for Monday, but
Yeah, we are.
Jordan, get on it. You're going to have to give us some more George Air bits.
All right.
Or just Jor bits.
Jorbits.
Yeah. And of course, he's the official Gigo realtor.
I said that, didn't I?
I don't know.
I had that covered.
Like I listened to you.
That's true.
I know.
Today is National Tortilla Chip Day, National Trading Card Day. Have any trading cards left?
Yeah.
Do we have some in the Gigo collection? I still have some of my Tiger baseball cards from the 1970s. Hoping that Vern Rule card will get me something someday.
Vern Rule.
Oh yeah, I forgot we
Got
had
our Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Where did
yeah.
we get those? Did somebody give
Todd, our good friend
Todd.
Todd, provided the
You might want those back.
Star Trek. No, I think he was like,
He's
can you
cleaning
take
out
these
the
off my
garage.
hands? Yeah, I got to clean out the garage. So we have our Star Trek. Oh, this is actually a card game, which
That's a different thing than a trading card collection. You can't trade
someday
away.
I'm going to play that game.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I see it's still in a...
I'll put it in its...
You know, we should put it in a Tupperware container.
Right, keep it fresh. Keep it fresh.
Keep that old card smell
Well, yeah.
handy. All right. Before we get to our 2-cent history lesson, let's give Rhonda a call at Torch and see what's happening at Torch 180 this weekend. I know they have a big gala coming up.
Yes, which we're going to be emceeing and taking part in, the Masquerade Ball.
Have you decided if we're wearing masks or
I have
not?
not
as
decided.
MC?
We'll figure that out.
right, well, the day
we
of.
talked about putting pantyhose over our heads, but
That-
apparently they're whatever.
Like you're robbing a bank.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, is that sheer energy? I like the way
Good
those
morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Rhonda. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
We're discussing fishnet stockings and pantyhose for the masquerade
'cause
ball.
We really haven't moved on from the idea of us just wearing pantyhose over our head.
See, John said pantyhose, and I went right to the fishnet. And I don't know why.
But I know that you had previously expressed some,
Maybe not such a good
doubts.
idea.
Yeah. But
So
Well, we had a conversation yesterday. We
Okay.
were like, and we were talking about all the different people who are helping in different areas, and we were like, so how about Mike and John? Are they going to wear masks or what?
people are like, yes,
But we didn't-
please have them wear a
We didn't
mask.
really decide.
all
Yeah,
right.
we didn't fully. We were thinking maybe because we were actually trying masks on here because Brian Blastica had dropped some off for our students to use, but it gets kind of hot.
Yeah,
that's
they're
true.
actually kind of stuffy.
You get a little
So-
sweaty, and we don't want any of those Halloween masks with the stretchy rubber band on where your eyes get gouged out by the eye thing, and the lips don't move when you
No.
talk. So things have come a
No,
long way.
because those are creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's no creepy masks. Or are
Yeah.
there? I don't know. Is there
I don't
any?
know. You know, that's a matter of opinion because I'm looking at some of the ones that Brian brought, and they're very, they're replicas of typical gala masquerade ball masks,
Right.
and some of them I'm like, wow, that's a little kind
That's a
of
little creepy.
different.
Well, I mean,
So it
like,
might be a little creepy.
yeah, you don't want somebody wearing like a Freddy Krueger mask
Well,
or something
if
from
we,
Scream where you're like, hey.
What if we did a little Batman and Robin thing?
Oh, now that would be
You know,
fun.
those are masks, right? And Batman's just
Those
covered his nose.
definitely.
So
And Robin just
most-
had
who's,
the.
who's Batman and who's Robin? Huh?
I'm like,
You're
oh,
right.
You're not asking me.
You're right, old chum.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
All right. Well,
Well, that could potentially work, I suppose.
Well,
we'll figure that out. But the gala coming up, and again, it's going to be held at Mount Brighton this year.
Okay, so right now that's up in the air.
Oh,
So I will let you know next week for sure what our location is going to be.
All right.
Right now the plan is still Mount Brighton, but it's up in the air.
we
right
understand.
Now, so,
Things
yeah.
change. Well, it's not till it's in
Things-
April.
It's not until April, and it wouldn't be Torch and Torch 180 if we constantly weren't rolling in a different direction.
Right.
So
Sometimes
Well,
you got to zig when
See,
you're zagging.
this is an excellent pairing, Mike and John and George, because we're kind of the same way. We zig, we zag. One day it's this.
Oh,
You never
definitely.
know. You know what it is? Here's the thing, though. I mean, but in all truthfulness, this is how life is sometimes. Things
is.
aren't set sometimes, and it's how we handle the curveballs that sort of defines us. And I think, if anything else, how the whole Torch story and how you've been able to sort of navigate these things is a prime example of sort of going with the flow, as they say, sort of
Going
trying
with
to
the punches.
figure it out.
yeah, for sure.
John's always
Well,
had
and,
trouble with the curve.
Yeah, damn right.
And
One
the
of
fastball.
one of the soft skills that we work on is adaptability and flexibility. And so I think every time like we have to deal with something here that's a total change from what was expected, how I handle it, I know the students are looking at that.
Right.
And so it's like, because that's how they learn how to, okay, so we're not going to fall apart. We don't like what's happening now, but we're not going to fall apart. We're just going to like go with plan Z or whatever we're on.
Exactly.
Playing time.
Right.
All right. Well, keep us posted on the
Definitely.
venue. We know it's going to be in April, and we're going to wear masks.
We know that.
Yes.
So we got that.
So that's
that
not
nailed
changing.
down.
Yeah.
And our students are going to be doing some cooking, and they're going to be sharing their dishes with our guests. We're only selling 125 tickets, and I do think we'll sell out.
All right.
I'm sure you will.
Before warned.
So we're looking forward to that. Now, anything else happening particularly this week or this month at the Torch that you want to point out?
I don't think so. This has been a super slow week.
That's okay.
Slowest week so far this year, because of the snow.
Yeah. Did you guys have power yesterday?
We did.
Okay.
We did. And my thing is, I just always open because I feel like I just think it's good for the students to make an effort to try to be here,
Right.
to try to be at your job, because a lot of people work even if the weather is terrible. So we were open, not busy, but we were open.
Well, and honestly, when you think about it, if you're in the food service industry, you could be in a situation where your place of business has lost power, and how do you deal with things like food storage?
Exactly.
And so those are, you're right. Absolutely. It's all part of the learning experience.
It's a 2-for-1 special,
Definitely.
so this stuff doesn't go bad. I mean, sometimes you have to roll with that punch, too. All right. So
We've done that.
we reached into the hopper to pick out today's winner for Lunch for Two at Torch 180.
All right. Congratulations to Nancy Filardo. Nancy Filardo, you've won Lunch for Two from Torch 180.
All right. Congratulations
Awesome.
to Nancy. And Rhonda, we will talk to you 2 weeks from today.
Right.
'Cause next week, John will be in recovery.
Yes. I'm.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks, and
We'll have more on the masquerade party.
Oh, I'm sure we'll have
Yeah.
all kinds of information by then.
All
Yeah,
right.
okay. Good deal.
Sounds good. Say hi to everybody at
Okay,
Torch
guys.
180 for us.
I will.
All
Have
right.
a great weekend.
Yep.
Thanks,
You too.
you
Bye
too.
bye.
All right, so it's time for our 2-cent history lesson. We mentioned at the top of the show the Rolling Beatles. There's
Right.
a lot of talk about this. I don't know if you've heard yet, but apparently Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney are on at least one song from
Right.
the new Rolling Stones album. So there's this big hoopla about the Rolling Stones and the Beatles, so the Rolling Beatles. Do you think it's going to be any good? I mean, we're fans of both, right? So you look at it and you go, first thing I thought of was when the Beatles put out that anthology album and Free as a Bird.
Well, the thing
it
about
was
"Free as a Bird," it's not a great song. I mean,
No.
it's not a.
But it was like-
But they had to use. But they were using a test track that John Lennon had recorded many years before, and that was kind of like they kind of had to build a song around it, and they were sort of
Right.
like, "Well, we did the best we could,"
That's what I mean.
I mean,
And people were like, oh, it's new Beatles. And it's like, well, that ain't really that good.
Right. I
There's
would
a
say-
reason why you didn't finish
I would
it.
say "Free as a Bird" is not one that I'm like, oh, cue that one up. It's an interesting song. Well, that's it. I guess that's the review. If that is the review of the song, well, that's interesting. I guess that's the review right there. You kind of got it in a shot. Yeah. Oh, it's nice.
Interesting.
I noticed. I had like a Facebook memory came up a few days ago, and I think it was. And I made a comment about Paul McCartney on maybe he was at the Grammys or he was at some event. This is many years ago, but I noted. I said, "Note to Paul McCartney: you are allowed to sing in a lower octave." Like he's still trying to hit those woo notes, and it's like,
Yeah, Elton John doesn't do it anymore.
yeah,
either,
you can bring it down. It's okay, bring it down a couple octaves.
the vocal
So I don't know. We'll see how the Rolling Beatles
Yeah.
how that happens.
And they've recorded parts, so it's not like they were in the same room together saying, okay, let's hit it, boys, on 3.
Well, that would be cool if they were.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It would be cool if you saw them sitting around like the Beatles used to do, and I'm not sure how the Stones ever recorded, if they sat around in a room together.
Laid around. Hey.
Somebody wake up Keith. It's time we got the tape rolling. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that song.
All right.
And if it'll be the first single from the new Rolling Stones.
Well, we can only hope.
All right. It's time for our 2-cent history lesson for this February 24th.
And it's brought to you by
Orb Solutions.
our good friend Austin Lee
Yes.
at Orb Solutions, and of course, he is the
maestro.
the maestro, if you will, of our website. We appreciate all the help that he gives us, and he can give that to you as well. An honest and integrity-driven marketing and technology agency, founded in 2018 by Austin Lee, that was to help his contractor father, and he can help out small businesses like yours, especially contractors and service-based
Now, his
businesses.
dad was not a contract. He wasn't contracted to be Austin's father.
No.
He was a contractor
Right.
that needed help with
Exactly,
a website.
exactly.
And the kid came along and helped him out.
So whether it's web design, advertising, print media design, or marketing, of course, Orb Solutions, the place to go. You can find them online, orb.solutions.
And today, as we mentioned, National Trading Card Day, National Tortilla Chip Day. It's also World Bartender Day.
Oh. All right.
What bartender came to mind as we said that?
You already know.
I know you went to the Love Boat and saw Isaac.
Got the finger gun.
Could have been Woody from Cheers or Sam.
Yeah, sure. Those are famous
But
bartenders. But
Isaac, kind of the original.
I'm sorry, that was my
that's
my
the
go-to
go-to.
setting.
You went to the promenade deck.
That's my factory settings, frankly, when it comes to bartenders.
It's the default.
Yeah.
Here's Isaac. All right. World Bartender Day today.
Wait,
Bottoms up,
how did
everybody.
you do that? I think you're right. He didn't do him like this. He had him offset. You're right. He had a bit of an offset.
Yeah, it wasn't together. He was not Charlie's Angels. I guess I didn't realize that I had that built in, the offset.
So you even had the
finger
offset.
point. All right. So I guess Isaac, the bartender on the Love Boat, is indeed our go-to bartender.
Okay.
It was on this day in 1582, Pope Gregory the 12th established the Gregorian calendar,
Well, there you go.
a system of days, months, and years used on modern calendars
Right.
by most of the world.
Because before that, it was a mess.
Yeah.
It
Thank goodness it's not
It
now.
took 12 Gregories to get it right.
It's Gregory the 12th.
I mean, Gregory 11.
So-
he got close, but he didn't quite.
Nah.
Took the 12th one to finally do it.
So it's the Gregorian calendar.
Right.
What if his name was Hank? Would it have been the Hankorian?
The Hankorian.
The Hankian?
Yeah.
The Hanky calendar. I don't think there was a Pope Hank,
No.
but
Pope Henry?
Henry.
Maybe. I don't think so, though. I doubt it. Let's,
It was on this day in 1914. Thank goodness for Clarence Crane. He invented lifesavers.
oh, not Clarence Carter.
He called his confection a hole encased in candy. Have a lifesaver. It's on this day in 1936, toothbrushes changed forever. When the first nylon bristle toothbrushes were made in Arlington, New Jersey.
Wow.
That toothbrush you have used this morning, if you haven't, you should, came about in 1936. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Rolling Stones in 1963 started a job playing Sunday nights at the Station Hotel in Richmond, Surrey, England. They were paid $41. And their first night, 66 people were in attendance.
Something tells me they get a little bit more for that now.
$41?
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm guessing.
That's
I mean,
what they
probably each one of them gets $41.
Yeah,
now
now they don't have to split it. 1965, as we've been talking about, the first Tupperware party happened on this day. I think we should open up the giggle lines if anybody's been to a Tupperware party. Listening right now.
Or any
517.
kind of, party.
Yeah,
where
one of those kind of parties.
things got a little silly.
Maybe.
Call us on the giggle line.
Most interesting party you've been to. One of those
Yeah.
sales type
You know,
parties.
you can call anonymously.
517-525-9052. Here's the thing. Do guys, I've never been to like a guy party like that, where you're supposed to go to maybe buy something to support.
Yeah, there's not like a Makita tool party.
A tool party.
Although the
that would
calendar.
be
Oh,
fun.
wait, hold on now.
Hold on. I
Are we
think
getting a?
It's actually Cougar.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Cougar. Hello?
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Go ahead.
switch
No,
it
you're
there.
good. Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi.
testing.
Hello, Susan. Are you there?
I am.
Okay. So Joining us on the line is Susan, also known as Cougar.
Yeah.
So, are you calling about the party?
No, I'm calling because someone's in my chair.
Oh,
Say this are on the phone.
yeah, I pointed to that.
Yeah.
For those watching right now.
Yeah, because yesterday Mike couldn't make it in, and so I placed your cardboard cutout.
When I came in, you were laying on the floor. This morning.
Oh,
I actually, what happened?
You know,
some things I don't need to know, guys.
well, somebody commented yesterday. They
Face
were like,
down.
somebody commented yesterday on Facebook. They were like, I want a cardboard cutout of Susan. I was like, so I don't know. Maybe we should start selling these.
Yeah, there you go.
So, yeah.
Well, maybe we could, let's say $60, free shipping.
I think you're getting a big hug from John right now. I hope you're enjoying that. Watch your hands.
Yeah, sorry.
HR is going to be all over you.
You know, I'm at the movie.
A little drive-in dust. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Well, while we have you on the line, we were talking about Tupperware parties and then those parties that women go to. Have you ever been to, like, just one of those sales type parties, whether it's jewelry or Tupperware or anything else?
Oh, yeah. I haven't been to one in a long time, but I used to go to them. That used to be the thing, all the time. Tupperware, dishes, home decor was a newer one.
Yeah. My sister did a jewelry one. I think it was some type of owl, if I remember right. I forget. Right. I want to say origami, but I don't know if that's right.
Well, and then there are the scrapbooking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are these just not excuses for women to get together
and have
drink
wine? Yeah.
Well, absolutely.
Okay. Just checking.
No pretense there.
Why not just have a wine tasting party then?
Oh, they do those too.
Well, because it's fun to shop too.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, sorry.
yeah.
We'll put you back in the chair.
Okay, thank you. I
right.
appreciate it.
All right.
And then come Monday, I'm pretty sure that's my chair.
Oh,
So
you think
you're-
he's actually sitting in your chair? No, your chair has your guitar in it.
Yeah.
And
No.
Oh, you want to be in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with that.
All right. Well, we'll see you Monday and see where you end up.
All right. Have a great weekend,
Thanks.
guys.
You too. All right.
Bye.
Oh, I will.
Well,
This is getting creepy. All right, Susan. We'll see you Monday.
bye. All right. Bye.
All right. Where were we? On this day in 1976, the Eagles' greatest hits became the first ever certified platinum for sales over 1 million copies. Didn't everybody have the Eagles' greatest hits volume 1?
Oh God, or volume 2.
Well, this was volume 1.
All right.
Because
It
wasn't
wasn't
the greatest hits.
Oh.
Volume 2 was the black one. The
Yeah,
blue,
you're right.
blue
No,
album
you're right. The blue was the volume 1. You're right.
All right. Buckingham Palace on this day in 1981 announced the engagement of Britain's Prince Charles to Lady Diana Spencer.
Oh wow.
1981.
All right, we got to wrap it up.
Oh.
Because this laptop's about to run out of power.
Okay, and finally, it was on this day in 1999, hip-hop artist Eminem released his first major record album, the Slim Shady LP.
The old Slim Shady. And on this date 1 year ago today,
Yes.
Vladimir Putin said, "Hi, I'm visiting with tanks."
And he's still there.
And Zelensky,
Beautiful.
who, by the way, I'm wearing my Vladimir
I see
Zelensky
it.
T-shirt,
In honor of that.
said, "No tanks."
Really? I wish the computer would have ran out of power.
Okay. So a year of successfully repelling the Russians. Good going to the Ukrainians, and keep it up.
It's anti-Pooty.
Okay. On that note,
That's going to do it for
Oh,
us this
God.
week. We'll see you Monday
all right, have a good one.
with Cougar.
Been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.